All right. Now, I know I said I wanted to go explore that keep over there, but honestly, we should really go and talk to Alistair and Hawk and get that done. I don't want to leave them hanging around for too long. Plus, I really want to know what's going on with the wardens. Honestly, I am a little afraid of what we're going to find. It's just so unpredictable what it could be. It could be nothing. This could be something super innocent. It's not going to be something super innocent, is it? But we just need to deal with it. And then eventually, very soon, we should get back to Skyhold soon-ish after we do it, right? So that way we can go talk to everybody. I do, before we go back, though, want to finish exploring by that huge castle thing. And then I know that we've got another camp to set up. I think it's up that way. And then there was a little area behind there with, I think, what had been mentioned as an old Grey Warden fortress of some kind. I just like to see what's there, just in case there isn't anything useful or, I don't know, interesting. But before all of that, time to see exactly what they have in store for me. It's sure to be fun and exciting. Wait, I don't think he wants to talk to me. I think we're okay. It's just gonna go just for a little fence box. It'll be fine. It'll win. It's gonna win the fight. Alistair, Hawk, how we doing?
Glad you could make it. We've seen lights coming from the tower.
Blood magic, I'd wager. You can smell it. Or see the corpses.
You can smell blood magic?
You take point. I'll guard your backs.
Okay. We'll see you in there. Be safe, Hawk.
Wait! No!
Warden Commander Clarel's orders were clear.
This is wrong!
Remember your oath. In war, victory. In peace, vigilance. In death,
I'm sorry.
sacrifice. Good. Now bind it just as I showed you. Inquisitor, what an unexpected pleasure. Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, at your service.
Uh-huh.
I'm guessing you're not a warden.
But you are. The one Clarel let slip. And you found the Inquisitor and came to stop me. Shall we see how that goes?
Wow, you're just every bit as crazy as I was expecting somebody to be in your position. I didn't even know I was going to stumble into you today, but now that I have, I feel like so many things are explained. Uh-huh. Why haven't I heard of you before? I mean, I've seen messages around the area about somebody completely different, but not you. Are you not as important as you make yourself out to be? That's probably what it is. But wardens, you do know that you're being deceived, right? This man isn't exactly who he claims he is.
Wardens, this man is lying to you. He serves an ancient Tevinter Magister who wants to unleash a blight.
That's a very serious accusation. Let's see what the Wardens think. Wardens, hands up.
Ah, I see.
Hands down.
Corypheus has enslaved them.
They did this to themselves. You see, the calling had the Wardens terrified. They looked everywhere for help.
Including Tevinter.
Yes, and since it was my master who put the calling into their little heads, we in the Venatori were prepared. I went to Clarel full of sympathy, and together we came up with a plan. Raise a demon army, march into the deep roads, and kill the old gods before they wake.
Awesome. So... Oh, you played the Warden's worst fear against them, is what I'm hearing. Corypheus manipulated a blight, or the calling, that isn't actually happening to the Wardens. That makes sense. That is what we had suspected, but it's good to have confirmation. Thank you for that. I'm glad I have that. Hopefully somebody's taking notes behind me. And then what? You gently guided Chlorel and the rest of the wardens onto this plan. And now here we are. But that demon army, you are so far behind the times. I've known about them for a while now.
Ah, I was wondering when the demon army would show up.
You knew about it, did you?
I did, yeah.
Well then, here you are.
Here we are.
Sadly for the wardens, the binding ritual I taught their mages has a side effect. They are now my master's slaves. This was a test. Once the rest of the wardens complete the ritual, the army will conquer Thedas.
Awesome. Awesome. This is just as awful as I was hoping it wouldn't get. Why didn't the mage wardens ever suspect anything wrong? Why didn't Chlorel expect or suspect that anything could possibly be wrong, especially with Tevinter involved with the blight and blood rituals and all this other stuff? Oh man, I need to talk to Chlorel at some point, please. Why kill? I get though why you want to go, or why you convinced the wardens they want to go ahead and kill the old gods, because once the wardens die theoretically of this calling, there's going to be nobody left to face future blights. So what more noble way to die for a warden than defeating the last of the old gods before there could be a blight? Therefore, once they all die of the calling, there's no need to worry because all the old gods would be dead. And none of them thought that this might be manufactured, even with the newer wardens? How? That is frustrating, but here's what I really want to know. What's in it for you? Because you don't look like the sort that's just going to do something out of the goodness of your heart.
Do you really want to see the world fall to the Blight? What do you get out of this?
The Elder One commands the Blight. He is not commanded by it, like the mindless Darkspawn. The Blight is not unstoppable or uncontrollable. It is simply a tool.
Huh.
Somebody's certainly a tool.
That too.
As for me, while the Elder One rules from the Golden City, we, the Venatori, will be his god kings here in the world.
Did you really just say, though, that the blight is neither uncontrollable or unstoppable? Is that to say that Corypheus can stop a blight or start a blight at whim? Huh. So does that mean that there's somebody else out there like Corypheus who's been starting blights just at whim? Oh, that's something. Who's taking notes behind me? That's something to add to the note list to take back to Skyhold. Did you really say though that you will be Corypheus's god kings here in the world? Really? You believe that? You actually believe that somebody like Corypheus will share power in one way or another? Really? He's gonna use you and then murder you all. It's so simple. Like, there's no way that he's gonna let you all live. At least not in the way that you think. I mean, he might turn you into some kind of mindless husk to use later. Maybe he will, in fact, turn you into demons. We don't know, but he's not gonna let you live. He's not gonna share power. You're just a tool being used. Like you think you're using the wardens. Basically, what you're doing to the wardens is what Corypheus is doing to you, and honestly, that makes me giggle on the inside that you are so bad at judging people that you can't see what's actually happening. But why risk using demons? No, I mean, I get that. A demon army is unstoppable, as you said. Demons don't stop or anything. It makes sense. It really does. Unfortunately, this whole plan does make sense. The problem is that nobody ever thought through it, that using demons was a terrible idea, or that maybe there was something wrong because everybody's hearing the calling at once. And according to what Alistair said in the research into the wardens, that shouldn't be possible. This had to have been manufactured from the beginning. So I think the most disappointing part to hear is that nobody was thinking through any of this logically. Either you with the whole Corypheus thing or the wardens listening to your really awful plan. But, I've seen worse though. I really have. So unless you've got something even scarier to throw at me, this is just a whole bunch of annoying as opposed to scary right now.
You think you can stand against me with just demons and a Fade Rift? Did Corypheus not mention what I did to the Breach?
He did. He also noted what he did to you at Haven. The Elder One showed me how to deal with you in the event you were foolish enough to interfere again. That mark you bear, the anchor that lets you pass safely through the veil, you stole that from my master. He's been forced to seek other ways to access the Fade. When I bring him your head, his gratitude will be... Ah!
Yup. Yeah, that's what happens when you mess with me. You want to tell me your spiel again?
Kill them!
Really? How predictable. Get back here. We were talking. How predictable. How utterly and completely predictable. All right, let's clean up these demons. Is there anybody left? All the demons gone? No, no. Okay. Is that it?
So, that went well.
You were right. Thanks to the ritual, the warden mages are enslaved to Corypheus.
And the warden warriors?
They're gone.
Oh, of course. It's not real blood magic until someone gets sacrificed.
They were misled, though. I mean, I get how they did it, or why they did it, rather. Not how. I mean, we all know how, but I get why they did it. I get why they were so scared. The part that boggles my mind, though, is just the fact that nobody thought through this. I get being scared. I get being reactionary. But Chlorel's a leader. She can't be reactionary. She has to think through this logically and do what's best for her people. Clearly, that's not what was being done, and Alistair was the only one thinking clearly. It's just all kinds of frustrating, but they were so misled. So misled and so used.
Eremon's lied to the Wardens. They were trying to prevent future blights.
With blood magic and human sacrifice.
I know, I know.
Hawk, they made a mistake, but they thought it was necessary.
All blood mages do. Everyone has a story they tell themselves to justify bad decisions. And it never matters. In the end, you are always alone with your actions.
I may know where the wardens are. Eremond fled that way. There's an abandoned warden fortress in that direction. Adamant.
Well, that makes sense. All right. So is that where we're headed next, or?
I guess they didn't want to summon a demon army out in public.
The warden and I will scout out Adamant and
Okay.
confirm that the other wardens are there. We'll meet you back at Skyhold.
You know what's the most interesting part of that whole conversation with Aramond? He mentioned, you know, that mark that allows you to access the Fade. Almost implying that I could go into the Fade, but I can't. Can I? Nobody's ever said that that was something that I could do. Not that I'd want to do, but... Huh. So there's more going on with this mark on my hand than meets the eye. Interesting. What is this? A letter found on a Grey Warden Mage. I don't trust this ritual Chlorel is talking about. Are you sure it's safe? Have you ever used blood magic? I don't care what the Chantry says. I doubt they'd approve of the joining if they knew everything about us. But my family fought Tevinter slavers near the border. This Eremon sounds like everything that's wrong with the Imperium. I'll be waiting for you when you get back. If you can look me in the eye and tell me that this ritual is safe, I won't speak of it again. If not, just please come back safe. I don't think they're making it back safe or otherwise. Why though? Why did the Wardens just accept this? Why wasn't there any discussions with any other powers that be? At this point though, if you're all hearing the calling at the same time, isn't it important to let other people know, other powers that be know? Hey, the Wardens, we're kind of broken right now. We're gonna need help fighting off future blights. Here's what we do. Why was everything still so closed ranks? I don't understand them. I'm really trying to be sympathetic right now and understand where they're coming from, but I can't. There is no part of me that gets this. They just, what? Allowed Ereman to come in and to give them this great plan, and I'm using great in a sarcastic manner, plan, and then they just go with it, not knowing him or trusting him or anything like that. He was a stranger. He was a sympathetic stranger, and what, that's all it took to sway them? They didn't want to hear out other options? how desperate were they? When did this happen, by the way? When did this plan go into effect? Because here's the thing. Nobody really knows what's happened to the wardens in a while, right? But how long have they been in control of the wardens for? All Liliana mentioned to me was that the wardens have gone silent. Ugh. Is it sad right now that I'm kind of happy to be just fighting a Fade Rift because this, once again, just feels normal? I can easily deal with this problem. Okay, I'm on fire though. Oh no, sir. Go away, go away. Bull, it put me on fire. This is such a more normal problem and I can handle this. Oh, sir, you're not dead yet. Thank you. He's dead now. Oh, Aaron. He is definitely at the top of my to get rid of list. I don't care how we get rid of him. I want him gone though. Hopefully he tries to fight me in battle one day though. That'll be funny. Can you imagine though? He just ran away like that? Of course he did. Ugh. Guess they're not made of stern stuff over in the what was it? The God King Golden World that Corypheus is building? The fact that he believes Corypheus is the funniest part. Like, who believes a mad crazy man going, yes, by the way, oh, what did the Fade give us? Frost Essence. I didn't expect that. And, oh, 2 prizes from the Fade and a Wisp Essence. But who believes a raving mad lunatic like Corypheus going, ah, yes, he's going to make us his god kings here on the world, and I'm just going to believe him because he seems like a perfectly normal fellow who would never lie to us, ever. What? Who does that? Like, really, who would believe him? I guess crazy people. So is it just, like, are we just kind of keeping it that we all know and accept that the Venatori is run by absolutely crazy people? Probably. Is this camp? Look, we found camp on the first try. Excellent. All right, I'm going to set up camp, and then we got to go do some exploring. All right, camp is set up. Oh, look at this. What is... It's another one of those chantry markers. Okay, I guess there was no anything interesting on there. I'm just gonna give them a wide berth. They're not attacking, but I mean, you've seen the people we've come across here. We'll maybe we'll come back. I'm gonna let the scouts monitor them for a little bit, and then let me know if anything's changed or we need to worry. And if not, then I'll go over and chat with them. But I'd like to get a full report first. Is that another one of these trail markers? Yes, okay. Huh. What on earth is all of this? What's up here? I want to see... You see that? What is that in the... You see that like up and back there? Oh, is that a... Well, never mind, it's bones. I thought that was going to be something far more interesting than just bones. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not mean to go look at that. That is a little... gruesome, I guess? Is there nothing? Huh. Okay. So this way then. Alright, and is there anything over this ledge that I should know about? Nope. Interesting. Nothing here. Just a lot of... nothing. It's pretty, but... like, when you look at certain areas and then you see other areas like this. Ugh, it's kind of scary, actually, when you think about it. What is over... Ooh. Is that... What on earth was that Vargas doing? Oh, and then we've got raiders. Are you guys bad or good? Can we talk? Nope. No, you're a rogue that went invisible. And I saw you go invisible. You can't go invisible once we see you. That's not how that works. Okay, he went invisible again. Can you pop up? I would just like you to... There you are. I see him. You see him back there? They're right there. Dorian, it's behind you. Dead? Okay. What is this? Is that a chantry symbol? That's what that is, isn't it? Okay. Is this where the markers were pointing to? In we go, huh? Torches are lit. How long ago has it been since someone was here? What on earth is down here? This is chantry symbols. This is... Really? Out here? Is it some kind of hidden... just place to worship of something? This seems very odd, and those chains don't look good. Those are manacles. And is that... rituals of some kind being done here that they don't want us to know about? Huh. What is that? That doesn't look good at all. This almost looks like torture equipment of some kind, huh? Chantry logbook. So far cannot confirm that Pharamond has had any luck attracting spirits at all. It may not be possible for spirits in the Fade to even see someone who has so long been tranquil. He wishes to continue experiments. We will stay and observe until he's ready to leave. Wait. Is this someone that's tranquil trying to have spirits find them to... Is that to cure tranquility? Huh. Or is it saying that it's somebody that's been cured of tranquility that is trying to have spirits see them? Is there an account of somebody recently being... or not recently, but at any point being cured of tranquility that we don't know about? We need to... somebody... I need somebody to provide me some information on that. That's something to bring up at Skyhold. Is that mosaic tile piece? That's mine. Sorry, you can't have it. The creation of a wait. This is the history of the phylactery? Alright. Or the creation of one? We let the boy rest. First night, they brought him to the White Spire. I convinced Knight Commander Belleros to delay the ritual till the morning. The journey was long and the lad could barely keep his eyes open. Poor thing. I was certain escape was the furthest thing from his mind. Medine found him in a clean cot in with the other young apprentices. When I came in with his supper, he was already fast asleep. In the morning, I showed Medine how the phial was to be prepared. First, a simple charm to preserve and protect the glass, then a spell to keep the blood from forming dark clots. The last step could only be completed with the apprentice present. I sent a young Templar recruit off with the message that we were ready. The boy was escorted to the chamber by Belleros himself. I could tell he had just been awakened. There was a smear of dirt from his face, perhaps from the road. I called the boy to me and cleaned his cheek with my sleeve as I explained the ritual. We have to take your blood, I said, because you're special and we don't want you to be lost. If it happens, the blood will allow us to find you again and bring you home. I let Medine take the lancet this time. The tremor in my hands was worse that day, and I didn't want to make too deep a cut. I held the boy close, and Medine made a small cut. Neat incision on his palm, exactly as instructed. I felt the boy struggle and start to cry. He tried to pull away, but Medine gripped his hand firmly, letting the blood run into the phial. Then Medine cast the spell like we had practiced. Within the phial, the blood churned, grew bright in the presence of the mage to whom it was bound. It was done. Another phylactery, another link forged. He was leashed to the White Spire. The White Spire? Huh. The boy could not look away from the glow. He was enthralled, and the pain, the tears were forgotten. See? This is magic, I said to him. When you're older, I'll teach you. Belleros let the boy hold his phylactery for several minutes before he locked it away in the chamber. From the Memoirs of Enchanter Reva 872 Blessed. So, that's how phylacteries... Did they really try to manipulate a young boy into telling him that this was a good thing? That's how they do it. I was old enough at the time to actually know what was happening. I wasn't naive to what a phylactery was when they made it. Huh. So that's how either they used to do it or they still do it. Fascinating, though, to read that more in detail. I didn't get to see the first two parts. I was like the kid in the story, or in the memoir. My phylactery was pretty much ready to go by the time I got there. I didn't know about the other steps. Huh. One thing to add to the to-do list is to stamp out every phylactery in existence. Is that on my to-do list yet? I don't think so. If it's not, can we add that to the to-do list? I know we've got to, like, you know, solve all of these problems. We've got to eradicate every single bit of red lyrium. But also, the phylactery should be dealt with. That to-do list, it seems like forever ago that I started my to-do list. It feels like a lifetime. Doesn't it feel like a lifetime ago, guys? Yes? Maybe? It does, doesn't it? I know. All right, so here's my plan. Let me know what you think of my plan. We're going to explore up here a little bit. Because I want to. Oh. Do you see that? And then after that, we're going to go see what that great big old thing in the distances. Huh. What is that? And then we should go and see what's in that castle. Maybe it's a nice castle. Maybe there's nobody there. Maybe there's a whole bunch of awful people in there and we should alleviate them of being castle owners. We'll never know. We should go and see. But first, apparently there's a Fade Rift.